Hey guys, Jennifer here with the Family Fudge and welcome to Subscriber Lunch Sunday. The lunches this week are super fun and colorful, and it was kind of a challenge too. One of the lunches has only blue food, one with only green foods, one with pink foods, and an all orange lunch as well. I just love the way these lunches turned out. You're not going to want to miss this one, so stay tuned. I'm kicking things off with Christina's lunch. She is 18 years old and is from Missouri. And as you can probably tell, Christina requested an all green lunch. My first step for this lunch is to make a wrap. And since this is a green lunch, instead of using a regular tortilla, I'm using this garden spinach herb tortilla. It is nice and green. But you guys, you really don't taste the spinach. To me, this just tastes like a regular tortilla. So for Christina's wrap, she requested cheese. So I'm just adding a little bit of shredded mozzarella cheese here. I'll go ahead and spread that out all over the tortilla. Then to go along with this, she also requested some hamburger meat. So I'm going to take my container of pre-cooked meat and sprinkle a little bit all over the cheese. Next, Christina says to pop this into the microwave until it's all melted together. Now this is looking pretty good already, but there's a few more things Christina requested. To this wrap, I'm also going to be adding in some shredded lettuce. I don't know about you guys, but I love fresh lettuce in things like wraps and burgers and sandwiches. It really adds a fresh flavor and a nice crunch. Some of my kids, however, are not big fans of lettuce in anything but a salad. So I'm gonna go ahead and just chop up some lettuce here and then sprinkle it onto our wrap. And then to finish this up, I'm also gonna be drizzling a little bit of ranch all over the top. Now I'm going to very carefully roll this up. I do wanna go ahead and fold those edges in, and I'm going to roll this as tightly as I can. Now before I get this into the lunchbox, I do want to go ahead and slice it. I like to cut this on the diagonal. I think it looks really pretty that way. And check it out, you guys. Doesn't that look tasty? So now it's time to move on to some vegetables, and there's actually a lot of choices when it comes to green vegetables. But for Christina's lunch today, she requested sugar snap peas. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a bunch in here. And to go along with them, I'm also adding in a small container of ranch in a cute little green container, of course. For Christina's fruit, I'm adding in some green grapes with a green crayon pick. And then for her snack today, she requested some veggie straws, but only the green ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick out all of the green ones that I can, and I'm gonna fit as many as I can in the lunchbox. But I do wanna leave some space next to the straws for the sweet treat. For Christina's lunch today, she requested a green cupcake. So I just took a mini vanilla cupcake, I swirled some green frosting on there, and then to finish off this cupcake, I'm going to add just a few green sprinkles. And then to complete Christina's lunch, I'm also going to be adding in some strawberry kiwi juice. Now technically this juice isn't green, although it does have a green fruit in it. But I thought it would be really cute to add the green Mickey topper to this drink. It seems like the perfect choice for our green themed lunch. Next, I'm going to be making Sydney's lunch. She is from Tampa, Florida, and for her lunch, she requested all orange foods. Now, unfortunately, I don't actually own an orange lunchbox, so instead I'm just going to use the teal lunchbox with as many orange accessories as I can. For Sydney's main course, I'm going to start by making a delicious grilled cheese sandwich. Next, I'm adding a slice of Colby Jack cheese, followed by something a little bit unexpected. That's right, you guys, I'm adding a layer of mac and cheese. This is just good old Kraft mac and cheese. It's already been prepared, of course. Now that I have that on there, I'm going to add one more slice of cheese and top it off with another slice of bread with mayonnaise on the outside. Now I'm just going to go ahead and grill this until the cheese is nice and melted inside and the outside of the bread is nice and crispy. So now to get this to fit in my lunchbox, I'm going to go ahead and cut it into thirds, but I have to show you the inside of this sandwich. I think this looks super interesting with all of those noodles in there. Now let me know in the comments down below if you've ever tried a grilled cheese sandwich with mac and cheese in it. My next step is to add in some fruit, but I'm not going to be adding an orange. For Sydney's lunch, she requested cantaloupe. So I just cut this into bite-sized pieces using my crinkle cutter. I'll go ahead and add those right into this section. And surprisingly, I don't have a lot of orange picks, but I do have this giraffe. And every time I use this pick, I wonder why the giraffe looks so sad. I feel like he should be smiling. I'll go ahead and add him right into here anyway, and then move on to our veggie. Some baby carrots, the perfect orange vegetable if you ask me. And to go along with the carrots, I'm also adding a container of ranch in an orange container. And now it's time for Sydney's snack. She requested some Cheeto Puffs, which are very, very orange. I'm gonna go ahead and fill up this back section with these huge Cheetos. And then I'm gonna scoot this over a little bit so I have plenty of room to pack Sydney's treat. For her lunch, I'm going with some peanut M&Ms. Guys, let me know in the comments down below what your favorite type of M&Ms are. Personally, I'm a big fan of the peanut butter ones. And then as you can see, for Sydney's lunch, I'm just picking out the orange M&Ms. And I decided to use this really fun snack container I found at Michael's. It looks like a little ball that a toy might come in, but it's totally made for snacks. Now lastly, for Sydney's lunch, I'm also going to be adding in some Sunny D. Now unfortunately, I couldn't find any small containers of Sunny D, so I'm going to go ahead and take this big bottle and I'm gonna pour it into this reusable container I got. I'm gonna try my best not to spill this. I'll go ahead and pop the lid on and then it's ready to go. Okay guys, this next lunch request was sent in by Junior. He is 14 years old and is from Louisiana. And the interesting thing about his request is that he just asked for an all blue lunch. He didn't specify what types of food, he said that I could pick them. So the first thing I'm going to be making for Junior is a delicious blueberry sandwich. For this, I'm using some of this blueberry swirl bread. Now, the bread itself is not actually blue, but that's okay. There is a swirl of blue inside with lots of pieces of dried blueberries throughout the bread. Now, to go with this blueberry sandwich, I'm also going to be adding a layer of blueberry cream cheese. Now, this cream cheese is just a little bit blue. It's also slightly sweetened, and there's also lots of blueberry flavor in here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spread it all over the bread. Now I wanna turn this into a peekaboo sandwich. So I'm gonna take my star-shaped cutter and punch out the center of the other piece of bread. And there you have it, a super cute blueberry sandwich. And speaking of blueberries, for Junior's lunch, I'm also going to be throwing in some regular fresh blueberries. I think that's the perfect fruit for this lunch. And since I already have a big carton of blueberries in my fridge, I can go ahead and throw them into this lunch. And to go along with these blueberries, I'm adding my blue crayon food pick. Now in this back section, I would normally put a vegetable, but I don't actually have any blue vegetables. So for this lunch, I'm gonna go ahead and skip that part.
Yay, no veggies!
In this other section of the lunchbox, I'm gonna go ahead and add this blue drinkable yogurt. And then for Junior's lunch, I'm gonna be adding some veggie straws, but these ones are actually the red, white, and blue veggie straws. And this bag actually comes with regular straws and star-shaped pieces. So for Junior's lunch, I'm just going to pick out the blue star shapes and put them right in here. For Junior's sweet treat, I'm going to be adding this bag of sea creature gummies. It's nice and blue on the outside of the package. And then finally, for Junior's lunch, I'm also going to be adding in a juice bottle. This is technically grape juice inside, but the bottle is blue and the little topper is blue as well. With that little blue troll on top, it is perfect for today's lunch. And then just for fun, I'm gonna go a little pick crazy and I'm gonna add as many blue picks as I can into this lunch. And now that brings us to Cindy's lunch. Cindy is 31 years old and is from Australia. And then just like Junior's lunch, Cindy just requested an all pink lunch. I'm gonna have to come up with these pink foods all on my own. So for Cindy's pink lunch, I think I'll go ahead and start with the main course first. And for this, I'm going to be using several pieces of string cheese and several slices of deli ham. And this is going to be really easy, you guys. I'm just taking my string cheese and I'm going to roll the cheese up in the slice of ham. This is a great lunch or a snack if you're a gluten-free person or if you want a low-carb snack. Now in this front section of the lunchbox, I'm going to be adding 2 different kinds of pink fruit. First, I'm going to be adding some raspberries. Now I know raspberries can be considered red, but to me they look more pink, so I think they're perfect for this lunch. And then to go along with it, I'm also adding in some watermelon. And as I'm making Cindy's lunch, I'm going to be adding in as many pink food picks as I can. Now it was kind of a challenge to think of a pink vegetable, but I decided to go with some radishes. I'm going to go ahead and clean these guys up. I'm going to trim off the ends and then add them into the lunchbox. I think these radishes look really cool in the lunchbox. Now when it comes to Cindy's snack, I'm going to be adding a scoop of the pink Princess Goldfish crackers. I actually have a big box of these in my pantry, so it was really easy to just pull them out. And then for Cindy's sweet treat, something extra special. I'm going to be adding in this pink macaron. Now surprisingly, this is not actually raspberry flavored. I was able to pick up just one macaron at a local Publix grocery store, and believe it or not, it's actually apple flavored. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick this right in a separate container. I'll go ahead and add a little container of ranch to go along with those radishes. And then the very last thing I'm adding into Cindy's lunch is some pink lemonade. And check out these cool bottles, you guys. These little bottles totally remind me of when I was a kid. My mom didn't buy these super often, usually only if I was going on a field trip or there was a special event. You just twist the little top off and you can drink it like that. And there you have it, you guys. I think Cindy's pink lunch turned out awesome. Now I had so much fun making these colorful lunches, and I definitely want to make more. So if you'd like to send in your lunch idea, there will be a link in the description box below. And if you'd like even more school lunch ideas, you can click on the videos right over here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.